Welcome to drafting day number 2. Yesterday, you were supposed to write for 20 minutes and start on your rough draft. Today, we are going to start the same way we started yesterday. I want you to find somebody in your house that you can retell your personal narrative to. And I'd encourage you, see if you can find somebody different than yesterday. If it's the same person as yesterday, that's okay. Start at the beginning and tell your story just as you want it. Pause this video now and go do that. Now that you've talked through your story, I want you to read what you've written so far, and I'm going to read what I wrote yesterday for my 20-minute time. My dad and I trained really hard for our first race. It was in July, and the weather was hot. We were running on the trails in Lebanon Regional Park. The race was in the evening. I was so nervous, it was hard to eat all day. When it was time for the race, I stretched out my legs and sipped my water for the last time. Then, bang! The gun sounded for the race to begin. The first few miles I felt great. My dad was having a hard time keeping up, so I sped ahead. Even though it was hot, I kept going for 3 miles. I wished I hadn't rushed ahead because my dad and I had promised to run together. There was a water station at mile 3 where my husband and Mom waved wildly at me. I strode by, proud to be beating my dad. That's when everything started to go poorly. I want you to pause this video and read what you've written out loud. If you missed a word, you can add that in. Now that you've reread where you're at, I want you to set your timer for 20 more minutes. In that time, you need to finish your personal narrative. If you don't finish, take the time, even if it's outside of those 20 minutes, and finish your personal narrative. I cannot wait to read what you've written, and I'm glad that you're finishing up your rough draft today. Have fun!